Assalamu alaikum everyone. Myself Hafiz Abdul Aziz. Welcome to another video. Today I am going to teach you something very informative, which is going to help you in order to become more confident while speaking. And these tips and tricks are going to help you a lot in order to become a fluent English speaker. Okay, so let's move on to our slides of today's lecture to see what do we have today. Okay, so the title of today's lecture is 7 ways to get fluent in English. There is another lecture which is quite similar to this one, that is 7 C's of effective communication, that is also available on our platform. If you haven't learned that, go ahead and listen to that carefully, because that also helps you in order to become an effective speaker. So let's see the very first and the second point on the next slide. Okay, so as you can see on the screen, the very important point is what I would suggest you is to write down your introduction. For example, people usually have I had a student, she used to speak like this. Hello everyone, myself Sadia Naz. People call me Sadia. Today I'm here for the presentation and my given topic is this. And thank you so much for being available over here as an audience. So this is how she used to speak. If I talk about my teacher, then he used to speak like he has some words or sentences that is on the tip of his tongue, which are like, if I give you you can see it was like, hello everyone, myself this and this, and I am here for to deliver a lecture and it is very important. I want you to listen to me carefully, it is going to help you a lot. So this is how he used to speak few words which are on the tip of his tongue all the time. So the thing is, let's back to the point. As they are saying, as the very first point says, start with confidence. How can you start a confidence? How can you start your presentation or whenever you need to introduce yourself? How can you start that? Okay, so how you can become confident in this? If you have practiced it a lot. So if you are not confident enough, then people will not take you seriously. That is the problem. So for example, you are giving presentation or any kind of interview in front of people who are going to judge you. So if you won't be that much comfortable, if you won't show that you are confident, then they are not going to select you or obey you or to follow you, because they will think or feel that he is not a self-confident person, or he has some kind of, you can say, he feels shy himself. So why should I follow him? So in order to become a leader, you should have great confidence. Next point says focus on speaking. According to the 7 C's of effective communication, over there is a rule which says clarity. It is quite similar to that one. That focus on your speaking. Whatever you are speaking, try to speak clearly so that your audience will be able to understand it. So let's read this point. As you all know, practice makes a man perfect. So focus on what you want to learn and ignore negative energies. Some of my students, the mistakes they usually make is whenever they make their presentation, the selection of the words, that is also important. That also plays a major role in your speaking. Try not to use or select difficult words to pronounce. Okay, so try to use the common words which is common to everyone, that everybody knows that. Try to use these words in order to deliver your speech or presentation. So these are two tips. Let's move on to the further tips in order to improve our fluency in English. Okay, guys, so let's have a look on the point number 3 that says push yourself a bit, which means, when we are used to of the comfort zone, then it becomes difficult for us to get out from it. So you know what they are saying? They are saying get out from your comfort zone. Doing this allows the better part of yourself to come out in public. So, people usually say we can speak English, but we are not that much confident. We can speak English, but when I am alone, but I am unable to speak in public and all. So, although the first thing is hesitation. You know English, you can speak English, but you feel hesitation, you feel shy to speak in front of public. So there is a saying which is quite like, if you are unable to do anything, then try to do it from the bottom of your heart. Try to do it because you have to. So that is important, that is must to do. For example, if I have a fear of ghost, if I have a fear of darkness, how can I put it away? How can I put it away? By practicing it, by practicing to stay in the dark. So this is how we do. We stay away our fears. So the fear of public speaking, you can also put it away by taking you out from the comfort zone. Another way that you can do is to practice with people to whom you know. Then go to there are some applications available. You can practice over there as well with different people throughout the world, and you can just let us know. We have a community where there are so many students. We have a WhatsApp group and some other community channels as well, where there are so many people. We come together, we conduct some kind of meetings where we all give our plans and all, share our views, experiences. So that is also a way to practice with different people. And by practicing with different people, everybody has their unique way of talking. And if we practice with different people, this will allow our minds to understand different minds. I had a student, she is also a teacher. Her name is Maryam Mushtaq. She is going to be an Islamic scholar, and she teaches actually Quran or some Islamic stuff to students from abroad countries. So she teaches them how she can speak English like foreigners. I talked to her after almost 1 year after teaching her the spoken English course. And when I talked to her, she was speaking English like a foreigner in the British accent. So, company matters a lot. And there is also a saying that select your teacher wisely, because he is going to teach you a lot. If you have selected your teacher, the right one, then you are going to shine in future, shine bright like a diamond. Although diamond reflects, not shine, Rihanna was wrong. Okay, so let's move on to the fifth point of today's lecture. Okay, so that is, do not wait for the people's reaction. Yeah, we usually say that what the people will say, that the people are going to judge us. In Urdu, we usually say, log kya kahenge? The fear of being judged by the people. So do not wait for people's reaction. In the end, we are doing this for ourselves. Okay, so whenever you are speaking English, you are not speaking for the people, you are speaking it for yourself. You are showing yourself to be more confident, to satisfy yourself, not others. So if you are taking yourself out from the comfort zone, so as it says, in the end we are doing this for ourselves. And I am not saying that the opinion of people don't matter, but it is only positive peoples that matter. So do not even listen to the negative peoples or the opinion of negative people. So another point do we have over here is avoid tough words. As I said earlier, people usually make this mistake while giving their presentation. I don't know what they do. They should try to write it yourself. Either it is your presentation or your speech, whatever it is. Try to be yourself. Try to speak yourself instead of doing the copy pasting from the YouTube or Google or any other stuff. When you copy paste few words or sentences, then you are unable to pronounce that in a natural manner, in your natural accent. So if the words belongs to you, then you can speak it in your accent. If the words belong to another person, then it would be difficult for you, because These words are not yours. When the words are yours, you can speak it in a well manner. Otherwise, you cannot. And try not to use difficult words that is even difficult to write or pronounce, or it is difficult for your audience to understand. So try to use general words. So let's move on to the last point of today's lecture. Hopefully this lecture is going to help you a lot in order to improve your confidence level and fluency in English. So the last point of today's lecture is slow down and speak clearly. I have already talked about it, that people, okay, so the consideration point. The seven C's consideration point is quite similar to this one. If I am talking to you, my audience is the Pakistani and the Indian people. So the thing is, I am teaching you, I am talking to you. So I try not to speak that much faster. If I will speak faster, then you guys will not be able to understand me, which I don't want. So that is why I am speaking moderately. Moderately means not fast, not slow. So that you guys can understand me clearly. You guys can learn a lot from me clearly. So that is why I usually try to speak slow down and speak clearly. People will always listen to you if you are speaking clearly and in the right place. If you are talking in a hurry, so people might lose interest. Yeah, that is the main thing. And this thing matters a lot. If in starting we are looking for people's advice, then it is better to sound clear than glitch. So, as it says, keep learning, keep growing because knowledge is strength. Thank you so much, guys, for listening to me. Take care. Allah Hafiz.